So picture this. You're living your life, minding your own business, maybe sipping on some almond milk latte that costs more than your monthly phone bill. You know, California stuff. And then you have this one guy who used to be the most powerful person in the world who just won't stop talking about you. Not just you, but your whole state. That's the scene Governor Gavin Newsom painted recently, and let me tell you, it was better than most reality TV. He stood up and basically said that Donald Trump has a relentless, unhinged obsession with California. It's like having an ex who, years after the breakup, is still calling your friends to ask what you're up to. Newsom didn't just throw out the accusation and walk away, he really broke it down. He described it as a fixation that goes beyond normal political disagreement. It's not just about policy, it's personal. According to Newsom, Trump doesn't just dislike California's politics, he seems to take offense at the very idea of California. The state represents everything he isn't, and it drives him crazy. It's the blue state that got away, the one that never bent the knee, and for a guy who demands loyalty above all else, that's a problem. This whole drama didn't just start yesterday. The beef between Donald Trump and California is a long-playing record, one that's been spinning since he first came down that golden escalator. Back in 2016, California voted for Hillary Clinton by a margin of over 4 million votes. That wasn't just a loss, it was a rejection. And it's the reason he lost the popular vote, a fact that he has never ever been able to accept. From that moment on, it seems California became his political punching bag. It was the symbol of the resistance, the heart of liberal America that refused to get with his program. Throughout his presidency, the conflict escalated. It wasn't just a war of words, it was a war of policy. The Trump administration and California were locked in over 100 lawsuits. Think about that, 100. They fought over everything. Car emission standards? California sued. Environmental protections? California sued. Immigration policy and the border wall? You guessed it, California sued. The state positioned itself as the leader of the opposition, using its massive economy and legal resources to challenge the federal government at every turn. If you were to make a compilation album of Trump's complaints about California, it would be a multi-disc box set. Seriously, the guy has more grievances with the Golden State than a musician has with Spotify. Topping the charts would definitely be his comments on forest management. During the devastating wildfires, Trump famously and repeatedly blamed the fires on California's failure to rake the forests. He even told Newsom he needed to get his people out there with rakes. It became a running joke, but it was also a serious oversimplification. Climate change, drought, federal land management. It was classic Trump. Find a simple, visual, and completely wrong solution to a complicated problem. Another one of his greatest hits is his portrayal of California's cities as crime-ridden hellscapes. He has often described places like Los Angeles, San Francisco, as being overrun by homeless people and criminals, painting a picture of total anarchy. He once claimed that people in Beverly Hills were living in hell because of crime. Now, anyone who has seen the price of a house in Beverly Hills knows that if that's hell, a lot of people are trying to get in. While the state does face real challenges with homelessness and public safety, Trump's descriptions are always dialed up to 11. So, why is Gavin Newsom choosing this moment in September 2025 to go all in on calling out Trump's obsession? It's not like Trump just started criticizing California last week. The timing here is everything. The 2024 election is in the rearview mirror, but the political battlefield for 2028 is already being surveyed. By positioning himself as Trump's primary antagonist, Newsom is stepping onto the national stage in a major way. He's not just the governor of California anymore. He's the defender of the blue state model, the guy willing to stand up and fight back when others might just ignore the noise. This is his audition for a bigger role. Secondly, Newsom is using this to rally his base at home and define what it means to be a Californian in this political era. Politics is about creating a clear choice, a story of us versus them. By highlighting Trump's constant attacks, Newsom is reinforcing a sense of shared identity and purpose within the state. He's saying, look at this guy who hates everything we stand for. As you can imagine, the moment Newsom dropped the unhinged obsession line, the internet basically split in two. It was like one of those magic tricks where you saw a rope in half. On one side, people across California and the nation cheered him on. #Newsom for president, #California strong. For them, it was a cathartic moment. Finally, a prominent Democrat was speaking their language, articulating frustrations they'd felt for years. They saw Newsom as a fighter, someone willing to get in the ring with Trump. California's political leadership closed ranks behind the governor, mayors, state senators, congressional representatives. They released statements about California's economic power, fifth largest economy in the world. On the other side, the reaction was different. Trump supporters and conservative media went on the attack. They accused Newsom of deflecting from his failures. He responded in classic fashion, a barrage of posts on his platform. So why should someone care about this political soap opera? Ohio, Florida, anywhere outside of California? Because this isn't just a feud between two politicians. It's a preview of the fundamental conflict that will define American politics for the foreseeable future. This is a battle between two competing visions for America. Trump's vision, nationalist. Trump's vision, culturally conservative. Trump's vision, skeptical of globalism. Trump's vision wants to turn back the clock on social change. The California model, Newsom championing nationally. California model, multicultural. California model, forward-looking. California model, globally integrated. The fight between Trump and Newsom is a proxy war for a larger battle of ideas. Who are we and where are we going? This rivalry gives us a glimpse into the future of the Democratic and Republican parties. California is often the first to face them on a massive scale. It's a laboratory for the future. It's about watching the battle